After nearly 4 decades as working as an attorney, my next guest is eyeing a career change. Here to tell us about it is Michael Kirwan. Good morning.
Good morning, Ann. Thanks so much for having
So,
me.
Michael, I believe you have a special announcement.
I do indeed. I've decided I'm going to run for Congress. I'm running in the 4th Congressional District, and that's the seat currently occupied by Aaron Bean.
Okay. So, your background is, as we said, a lawyer. You've also worked a lot in the nonprofit and civic space. Um, what makes you want to be a politician?
Well, this year started without that plan in mind at all.
Okay.
Um, there was so much chaos coming from D.C. This year that it gradually caused me to feel compelled to decide to run for office. Um, what I've seen, what we've all seen coming out of D.C. is disturbing. It's not the values, not espousing the values that I believe in. I think most Americans believe in, and because of that, I felt that we need to make a course correction here. And I feel that I'm fortunate to be at a point in my career where I could afford to do this, and I care very much about the direction of our country and I want to see us go back to a better path.
So, what do you think you could bring to this job that the current office holder, Aaron Bean, is not bringing to his district?
Well, I think the difference that I bring is the experience that I have as a securities lawyer with one of the top firms in the country, helping businesses and individuals solve legal issues and being involved in the community. And I'm wanting to have solutions. I don't believe in running for office solely for theatrics. I believe that what we need are solutions. Well, we're in the midst of a crisis, I believe. Every day for the past 8 months, we have seen chaos. And right now, we are literally that frog in the pot that is slowly starting to boil. We have a president that is acting as a king. We have a do nothing Congress that is catering to billionaires, and Congress is not addressing the needs of everyday Americans. Our elected officials have divided us to further their political aspirations. They've divided us based upon fear. And so what's happening is going against my values and beliefs, and it's going against the values and beliefs of everyday Americans. We need a Congress that will stand up and do its constitutional duties.
So, for people who are watching our live stream, we're going to throw up a map of District 4, but basically, it is a district that encompasses all of Nassau County, all of Clay County, and then a good chunk of Duval County west and north of the St. Johns River.
That's
Um,
correct, a slice of Arlington as well.
okay. And so, this is a district that was created in the most recent Florida redistricting, statewide redistricting. It was created, a lot of people believe, to elect a, a Republican. Previously there had been some other elements to the district. For instance, the District 5 had been a minority access district that was also reshaped, and so there is no diversity in terms of our congressional representation in this area. Everybody is Republican. Everybody is a white man. Um, But this is a pretty staunchly Republican district. What is it as a Democrat that you think you would be able to shake loose in that constituency to get elected?
Well, there's a couple of things I'd like to respond to is that the district has been gerrymandered in a way to not only favor a Republican on paper, but also to diminish the voice of Democrats and especially black voters. And I can understand and I feel for black voters that feel that they've lost their voice, they've lost a representation. However, I feel like I am the best candidate for this job and can represent the people of District 4 the best. I feel like I have got the experience and the willingness to take on the issues and to listen to the constituents and address what they need. If you look at our district, if you it's considered a +5 Republican district. The Cook report says it's 5% more likely to vote Republican than the average congressional district. But the district is roughly split: a third Democrat, a third Independents, and a third Republicans. Slightly more Republicans than Democrats. And so people are voting because of their economic interest. So many people, especially in the bottom 70% of our country, are feeling like they're being left behind. And so they're going to switch from one party to the next until they find a party that's truly delivering for them. And I think I can deliver, and I think the Democrats will be delivering for them.
If you're just joining us, we are talking to District 4 congressional candidate Michael Kirwan. He just announced his bid for office. And if you have questions or comments as he kicks off the road to November 2026, now's the time. Give us a call at 904-549-2937. You can email comments or questions to First Coast Connect at wjct.org, or you can tag us on social media. So this is your first time running for office. Your background, obviously, is as a lawyer. You've also done some work with Scenic Jacksonville. You served on the city's ethics commission. What, if anything, about those experiences do you think you would draw on in public office?
Well, I think it's all a seamless web. I think they really help each other and help you understand the community better. Leadership Jacks, in particular, was a great experience. You didn't mention I was a member of their recent class, and just being exposed to my classmates was wonderful. And then being exposed to the different organizations and issues that the community's facing brings an awareness. And probably every candidate for office should go through the Leadership Jacks training. But Scenic Jacksonville, Riverfront Parks Now, the Ethics Commission have all brought new perspectives to the way I think about things. I think thinking about what goes into quality of life, what makes the day-to-day experience of people in the district better is important to be aware of.
One of the issues this Congress has been criticized for is hyperpartisanship. An ability to work across the aisle is something that seems to have been a thing of the past, really. It doesn't seem very popular to even attempt it. I'm curious what whether you think that's something that you could accomplish. And in that same vein, whether you're in touch with any of the other members of the local congressional representatives, that's John Rutherford, Kat Cammack, or even your opponent, Aaron Bean.
Well, again, that's a great question. It's an important question. I think that for Congress to be effective, it needs to return to the days of working across the aisle. People need to work together. And if elected, I definitely intend to work with the other representatives representing Northeast Florida in making sure that we're delivering the solutions that our community needs, that we are delivering bringing home the bacon, so to speak, to our districts. We have so much theatrics in Congress now. It's not helpful. It's not constructive. It is leading to the divisiveness within the country. And we really need Congress to take a different stance. We need Congress to be the leaders on this point, and we need civility to return to Congress. I feel that my background as a lawyer is going to be very helpful because through everyday negotiations with people with opposite views, opposite sides, bridging the divide, coming to a solution, coming to an agreement has been the key to my legal career. And I believe the same skills will be helpful in Congress.
Sure, but I mean, in the legal profession, there's rules, right? There's kind of a code of conduct that people observe. There are traditions and mores in terms of how lawyers communicate, how you communicate with the judge, how you handle yourself in a courtroom setting. It seems like a lot of the mores and norms and traditions of congressional leadership have changed.
Well, that's somewhat of an indictment of Congress, isn't it? Because Congress has always had those norms and those practices of civility that have led to good solutions for the country. And unfortunately, we've allowed Congress to be hijacked by members that are more interested in getting in front of a microphone, more interested in theatrics, more interested in simply raising money through media clicks, et cetera, on their Facebook or whatever their campaign sites are. And we need to get away from that. And we need Congress to take rules to start policing themselves and basically penalizing their members that get out of line.
We're talking to Michael Kirwan. He is announcing today that he's running for the Congressional District 4 seat here in Northeast Florida. If you'd like to join our conversation, you can call 904-549-2937. We have a call from Wallace in Arlington. Good morning, Wallace. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning. As an avid environmentalist, I'm passionately curious on your stance with respect to our environment. And as a lawyer, I'm sure you understand what, for instance, the St. John's River Keepers is doing and the costs that's involved with them to defend the purity of the St. John's River, but also land pollution and air pollution and so on. What has just recently happened as far as the buses are concerned, the electric buses, money's getting forwarded toward clean petroleum and so on. So I'll take my question off the air. What will you do for us, for District 4 in particular, to help clean up this problem, sir? Thank you.
Thanks, Wallace.
Thank you, Wallace. That's a wonderful question. We have seen a rollback of our country's environmental regulations in the past 8 months, and that's been a tragedy. We need to look at bringing sensible environmental regulations back into place. You've touched upon a number of things in your question there. The cost of pollution, the cost that we all bear, whether it's through climate change, whether it's through water quality, air quality issues, are a hidden cost that we all suffer and we all bear. And so by having sensible environmental regulations, we'll provide not only a sound quality of life, but a bright future for our children and grandchildren.
Yeah. Okay. We've got a question from Terry who emailed, are you willing to have an in-person town hall? None of the representatives of Northeast Florida have had an in-person town hall. They filter their groups carefully so they can control the narrative.
That's so sad that that question's being asked. Of course, if elected, when I'm elected, I'll be the representative for everyone. And I believe town halls are a great practice. I want to hear everyone's views, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, whether you agree with me or not. People can change their minds. That's the whole point of having discussions. That's the whole point of having these town halls. And I think I know most of the issues, but I'm happy to have someone convince me that a position should be changed. And I think that needs to be welcomed in our practices.
What do you know about running for office? Have you been talking to people that have gone through this process? What are you expecting? What is your plan in the next, months and year?
Well, I've been talking to a lot of people, and a lot of people have thoughts and opinions, and it's been a fun experience so far. And I think the coming year will be an enjoyable experience. The next 4 to 5 months, I really plan to go on sort of a listening tour as far as meeting more people and hearing what the issues are that people in the district have. I believe I understand and know what the issues are, but until you're out there and meeting people, you never really know for sure. And it's sort of a confirmation process going through. And I'm hoping to introduce myself to the district and allow people to understand what I have to offer, and hopefully allow them to gain the confidence that they can trust me and that I can deliver the solutions that they need.
Is this going to be a full-time job for you, campaigning and then office holding?
It is. It is. I retired from my legal practice yesterday. And so,
congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. And so starting today, I am full-time on the campaign trail.
Okay. So where can people meet you if they care to meet you? What kind of opportunities will they have? Where will you be going that will make you accessible to people that are interested in asking more questions?
Well, we're still early in the campaign, so we haven't got the schedules all figured out at this point. But you can reach me through my website, which is votekirwan.com. and there's a way to ask questions, provide comments, and I'm sure we'll come up with a schedule for events in the near future.
And the election is November 3rd, 2026.
That's right. And there could be a primary, and that'll be in August.
Yeah, and I think we would expect a primary. There are a few other names that are in the mix, including Ricky Knowles, Brittany Robinson running as Democrats, Ronald Sherhard, who's an NPA, no party, and Todd Schaefer, unaffiliated. But it's great to have you on this morning, Michael Kirwan. We appreciate you making your announcement here, and thanks so much.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and this is a great way for any campaign to start, so I'm most appreciative. Thank you.